New World Muscle. Keith, are you caught up on the new Dexter yet? Only one episode left. It's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it. The kid that plays young Dexter, I think, has done a really good job. Done a very good job. K. Graham is here. Oh my God. How exciting. K. Graham. Love K. Graham, always. Let's see here. What's going on here? So it's Wednesday. I am going to see Jason Genova today. A little early. It's his birthday, so I'm going to give him a little birthday present action. I'm gonna Indian give one of my birthday balloons to him. What do you think about that? Remember that saying, Indian giving? I'm re-gifting it. I'm gonna re-gift this action. Oh man, Keith, it's really good, buddy. It's really good. I've enjoyed it. Mancini, good morning. Ziana, good morning. So what else is going on? I started watching, so I'm done with Landman. Landman was outstanding. If you guys want to show recommendation, I've been on a very lucky streak, I will call it, with happy birthday to P2's guys. So Jason Genova today, guys. We'll see if I can get a picture with him, maybe. I've been on a very lucky streak with shows. Night Agent on Netflix, very, very good. The Recruit on Netflix, very, very, very good, very funny. So we're in this like kind of CIA show scene I've gotten myself into. Then I broke off of that for Landman. Landman is fire. Landman is fire. And now I started Lioness. Little did I know that Lioness is made by the same guy who made Landman, who's also the same guy that made freaking Yellowstone. So I'm only two episodes deep in Lioness. Very good. So let's see what else we got on here. Ziana, good. I'm happy to see you're progressing still. Very good. Can't poop. Are you taking a fiber supplement? Man, you take those fiber supplements before you go to bed, you wake up and poop your brains out. Did I see Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton? No, tell me about it. Is it a show or is it a movie? What is it? Yes, the Eagles absolutely cooked Mahomes. You are correct, sir. I was very happy to see that. Very, very happy to see that. I was very happy to see, what I was really happy to see was the booing of Taylor Swift cracked me up. Oh, well, I'll tell you, Zionic, the Recruit was very good. Very, very good. Mancini, I have him set on functional strength training. I don't really know what else. There's not a like bodybuilding setting, you know? There's not like a weight training setting, so I don't know. I don't know. Man, Zionic, especially when you're going lower calories like that, get that fiber in, boy. Tanya, good morning. Marissa, as she's gotten far along in the pregnancy, you know, she's literally almost 9 months pregnant, started having some constipation issues. So even though she falls asleep much before I do, I make her a fiberlyzed shake and I wake her up and make sure she drinks it because it's been really beneficial for her. Okay, Mark Dog, I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out. So let's see, what else do I have going on? So I'm seeing Genova today. I'm going to shoot a training video with Chris Luke today. I'll tell you, I knew that I was a pretty active person because I can't stand to like sit around in one spot. Even when I had my nice little office over there at Blackstone Labs, I was always all over the place. So now that I have this Apple Watch, monitoring my steps, I see that I do cover a lot of ground, actually. Yesterday, I was over 12,000 steps by like 6 o'clock in the evening. So, pretty active. What else can I share with you guys? Yeah, the Fiberlize is strong. I don't use Fiberlize. I use Metamucil. Now, Fiberlize for me is if I feel the need for a powerhouse cleanup, then I switch to Fiberlize. Tanya Miller says she does 14K without leaving that house. Yeah, so you know what it is, Tanya? I'll tell you. I jokingly call myself a Mr. Mom, stay-at-home dad. Since I'm not allowed to be at Blackstone, I find shit to do all day here. So I do all the laundry, all the cleaning, and I just do it all throughout the day. Like, I don't set a time that's gonna be like, here's when I'm gonna do the dishes. I just continuously do stuff to keep myself busy. If I don't, I'll go crazy because I got a couple more years of this probation. And then, anywhere else I have to go, I'm walking around all over the place. So, those ADHD steps getting you, Tanya, that's funny. Yeah, it was funny that the Taylor Swift boos were funny. I'm glad that you guys saw that too. Oh, S23 is no joke, my friend. S23 is by far the most impressive SARM I've ever dabbled with, and I've dabbled with quite a few of them. YK11 is another strong one, but it's not as good as S23. S23 gives you consistent, impressive gains. It will make you very, very strong. It'll make you very strong. One thing to be aware of ahead of time, I found this out the hard way also, is when you stop the S23, you have a bit of a crash, especially in the gym. So you don't realize it, but it makes you consistently getting stronger, and you're like Superman in the gym on that stuff. And when you remove it, it's out of your system fast. So you try to do that S23 workout without it, and you're like, whoa, what the hell is going on? I remember actually my buddy Sammy, we talked about it, this is going back years ago, probably 2018 or 19 maybe. And he was like, yeah, man, you're not Superman anymore. He was like, that stuff makes you Superman. And I was like, man. But yeah, I've done injectable, I've done oral, I've done S23, probably the most out of all of the SARMs because I liked it so much. But the cool thing about S23, man, the results are honestly comparable. That's the trend of the SARM world, seriously. S23 is the trend of the SARM world. It'll make you bigger, stronger, harder. No water retention, won't convert into estrogen at all. It will absolutely make you infertile though. That's if you're not trying to get your girl pregnant, there you go. Name one bodybuilder, past or present, you would like to pick their brain. I mean, I think all of us would like to just sit with Arnold Schwarzenegger and really talk about what shit was like back then, regardless of our opinions of him now. I'd like to know what it was like in those glory days. I'm talking like I'd really like to know about the late 70s, early 80s when he was becoming famous. Not super famous, Arnold, which I'm sure there's a lot of interesting stuff to pick on his brain there. But the process of getting to the fame, you know? The truth behind it all. That would be very interesting to me. Because I imagine the gear and whatnot was pretty simple back then. You know, what kind of weird shit did you have to do? What kind of gay for pay stuff was going on, you know? How did it work out? Where was the juice coming from? Very interesting. But anyway, so cardio Q&A. Yesterday we had a doctor's appointment. So we're on this very consistent doctor schedule now. And, you know, I'll keep sharing it with you guys as we go along. But so right now, Marissa, Kristen about to do a gay for pay photo shoot for OnlyFans. Hell yeah. Tell us about it, K Graham. I'm curious. I'm curious about what's going on. So, yesterday we went to the doctor. So here's what's going on, guys. The baby sits in amniotic fluid. I think most of us that have taken biology at one point or another know how this stuff works. And Marissa's amniotic fluid has been low. Yes, please, Kristen, thank you. I'm interested. So, a week ago, I think I told you guys she was throwing up a lot, and we went in there, and the amniotic fluid was so low, they thought about sending her to the hospital. So, it was 4.9. It's supposed to be at least 10. And basically they're like, listen, under 5, you know, you probably gotta rush and have the baby come out. Not safe for the baby. But they said, let's see, hydrate really hard and come back. So she hydrated hard for a couple days, went back in there 48 hours later, and it was up to 6.7. They said, good job, keep hydrating, and then come back on Monday. Tuesday. So we went in there yesterday, and it actually dropped a full point. It dropped down to 5.7. So it actually didn't keep going up. It started to come back down, and she's drinking a lot of water. They're like, you got to keep drinking. She's drinking over a gallon every day. I've had her start drinking, like, you know, electrolyte drinks. So the doctor said yesterday, listen, if this drops down under 5, I'm going to recommend having scheduling the pregnancy because it's not safe. So now, today, hydrating really hard, and then tomorrow going back to get checked again, really hoping that this fluid is staying up. You know, obviously, you know, we have to do whatever's best for the baby. That's the most important. Marissa really, of course, wants to do what's best for the baby. She really was hoping to have the baby naturally, but it's not looking like that now. So now the C-section procedure is a whole different animal in terms of surgery, although they only keep you there for 1 extra day for the C-section. But for those of you guys that don't know how the C-section works, they got to cut her belly open, take all her organs out of the way, and then scoop that little baby out of there. Then put all that shit back in, sew her up, see you later. Now, the thing with that is much, much longer recovery time than natural childbirth. So they said you can't lift more than 10 pounds for the first 6 weeks, which I've talked to some girls that said it's true. Like, you got to have somebody really helping you, which will be me, obviously. But I think that makes her a little nervous, rightfully so. You know, my buddy was telling me yesterday, hey man, be happy that we live in a time where the doctors can figure all this stuff out, which is true. So that's what's going on in my world. Let's see here. K-Ram, I am going to expect those picks, though. What is my favorite movie soundtrack? The original, the very first Friday, had a great soundtrack. I remember that one when I was a kid. Da, 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 Mary Jane. I remember that one from when I was a kid. Good soundtrack. Man, there's a lot of movies with really good soundtracks. That's a good question. That's a good question. The movie Dazed and Confused has an awesome soundtrack. Good movie, too. Thanks, Mancini. Bolshoi Kush, Madonna, Express Yourself, or Kathy Dennis, Touch Me All Night Long. I'm going Madonna. Hard for me to go against Madonna. You've got to know it. Express yourself. Hey, 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 hey. Do you use any of Arnold's catchphrases in regular life? Do it. No, I'm not ever running like get to the chopper or I'll be back. He needed to let off some steam. Little commando action. Broken board, I was actually talking to somebody about that today, or yesterday. No, I haven't. But I did hear that they have that effect. The Crow soundtrack was always so good. I'm trying to think of the Crow soundtrack. Obviously, I've seen the movie plenty of times. What was on the Crow soundtrack? Good era for movies. Best to worst Arnold movie? Oh man, that's tough. There's a lot of bad ones. So many good ones, but there's a lot of bad ones. Junior was not one of my favorites. Last Action Hero was kind of corny, if you ask me. Best? Man, best is tough. Best is tough. I know that most people are gonna have, as far as best Arnold movies, you guys may disagree. Terminator 2 was outstanding. Commando is incredible. And I think my favorite is probably the first Predator, right? Predator was a great movie. I'd say those are the top. You know, he's got some funny movies. Twins was pretty funny. Let's see here. I use Get to the Chopper to exactly make my pressure harder. That's good. I'm getting a mental picture of that if I try that one myself. Damn Yankees, Can You Take Me High Enough? Or Winger, Headed for Heartbreak. I think Damn Yankees, man, I haven't heard that song in a long time. Can you take me high enough? It's never over. Whoa, 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 whoa. Queen of the Damned, oh my God, with fucking, excuse my language, Leah. Hell yes. Little sexy vampire. I mean, you can't be a dad till you make Arnold jokes regularly, aka dad jokes. That's pretty funny. Do you think Predator had one of the most jacked casts in a movie? Absolutely. Had to. It's got to be number one. Jesse Ventura was huge. Carl Weathers was jacked. Arnold was jacked. The guy who played the freaking Apache Indian warrior was jacked. Brandon Rogers goes with Winger, though, on that one. That's funny. Everyone says the new Crow movie is horrible. I haven't seen it. Everybody also said Gladiator 2 was horrible. I actually enjoyed Gladiator 2, but I do get what everybody's saying about the corny CGI stuff. Austrian Death Machine, hilarious. Okay, thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, Zionic, that injectable S23 is no freaking joke, man. You're gonna get jacked, my brother. Far East Movement. like a G6, boom, 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 like a G6. Or the Black Eyed Peas, I got a feeling, ooh, that tonight's gonna be a good night. Yeah, I'll tell you guys something random and funny, but like a G6 is a song that I randomly sing around the house all the time. I don't know why. Marissa always asks me why. I have no idea. I sing a lot of weird shit around the house, but I actually like the Black Eyed Peas song choice here more. I also love Fergalicious. Shout out to Fergie. She's a mom now. Electric Six, Gay Bar, or Tim Curry, Sweet Transvestite. Theme from Rocky Horror Show. Definitely a theme from Rocky Horror Show. What a creepy, weird, but fun and interesting movie. Predator, Commando. I think everybody's going to say Predator, Commando, and one of the Terminator movies. Personally, for me, Terminator 2. Depeche Mode, Never Let Me Down, or Pet Shop Boys, West End Girls. West End Girls. West End Girls. Didn't we have a different Depeche Mode song last week? I've never met anyone that was like, man, I love Depeche Mode. They actually do have some pretty catchy songs. Maybe I missed that era just slightly. I'm going Pet Shop Boys, though. Good song. My biggest crush as a teenager was Radon Chong. Do you find her hot? Yes, definitely. Absolutely. Did she ever do a nude? She might have had a little spread in a Playboy, if I think I remember. Badabuco. I think I remember distinctly seeing that. Maybe I'm wrong. My grandpa, shout out to my grandpa, Fred Mira. As a kid, I was like, let me tell you how lucky I was. My grandpa had a subscription to Playboy that literally started in like the 70s. So imagine being a kid with 30 years worth of Playboys to go through. Bolshoi Kush, Erasure, give a little respect, or we all fall down like toy soldiers. Ooh. Ooh. I think we all fall down like toy soldiers. I remember that one. Good one. They're actually coming out with a new Megan movie. Oh my God, yes, I saw I'm very excited for Megan 2.0. I thoroughly enjoyed the first Megan. Yes, I watched the Megan Fox robot movie, Mancini. Thank you for bringing that up. It's called Subservience, I believe. It was okay. It could have been a lot better. It was funny. More funny than scary. Very funny that they made the robot look like Megan Fox. That would be probably the choice for many of us as far as robots go. How do you deal in business with potential partners that you can't stand? I had this issue where there's a potential client or partner, but he really annoys me and I have a dilemma whether to suck. It truly comes down to how much money is at stake and how much is that money worth to you. I had something happen recently. Bolshoi, this is a true story that I'll share with you. I'm gonna leave a name out. Badabuco, your dad worked for Penthouse? How cool is that? How cool is that? So, I'm in an interesting position right now because I can't do a lot of things for work. A guy came to me with a business idea, a pretty clever idea, and asked about if I would want to be involved. No financial investment on my side, which is great because I don't really have anything to invest these days. Basically, the deal was I could be in for free if I can be the face, which works out pretty good because I'm pretty comfortable being the face. The problem is the guy and I are extremely different personality types, And in many ways, I find him rude and annoying. I do believe that part of it is because he's highly intelligent and he's admittedly socially awkward, which I've come across plenty like that. Main reason why he wanted me to be the face. But the more times I met with him about the idea, the more I realized, unless this thing is a mega $1,000,000 plan, do I really want to be involved with somebody that I really don't like being around at all? And honestly, I've kind of phased myself out of it. And maybe if the idea turns into something that blows up, I'll be like, damn, should have just dealt with it. But I told Marissa, although this is kind of dramatic, I said, I never wanted to sell my soul for $1. And, that's the conflict that I was having with myself. So I've kind of removed myself from the equation here. He hasn't reached out to me either. We had a minor disagreement a few weeks back, and I kind of was more aggressive to him than I would normally be, mostly because he'd been really pushing my buttons at that point. So I hope that answers your question, Bolshoi. It's very difficult, no matter how patient or no matter what you've been through, to do business with people that you don't get along with. Let's see. Iron Maiden, Trooper, or Kiss? Strutter. I'm going Kiss on that one. I never really loved Iron Maiden. Top 3 things you like and top 3 things you hate, being in mid-40s comparing to your 30s. Well, as far as things that I like, I have a lot more patience. I have gained far more wisdom on life in general. And I have a very distinct vision of what I want in life. So I'm far less indecisive. Now, as far as things that I hate, I would say my body hurts a lot worse than it used to. My body hurts a lot more than it used to. I would say that that's probably number 1 on the list. What else do I hate about being in my 40s? I've also learned that it's much more difficult, regardless of being on good stuff, to have the physique that I want to have. And I think that the thing is this: if you were on point in your 20s and 30s, and you stay injury-free, relatively injury-free, and you learn to maintain it the right way, you can keep on going for years and years and years. But if you have a case like mine, where you're completely removed for a couple years, and then you're trying to come back around all the injuries and problems, it's very difficult. I would also say that the world has changed in a significant way compared to 10 years ago, when I look at the economy, the way that people act, all around. But then I could tell you it changed considerably from my 30s to my early 20s also. Panabuco says, I want to open a coffee shop cafe, but it will be designed as an 80s mom and pop video store. What do you think? I think that's a pretty strong idea. So people can go in to return their videotapes, like Christian Bale and American Psycho, but get some coffee too. You got to go with your gut, Mancini. That's a very, very strong bit of advice there. Last catch-up song, or Ozone, Dragostay Dinty. I can't think of either of those songs. Somebody else has to. Do you guys know those songs? Maybe if I hear them, I'll know them. I work in an HR sphere, and I plan to hook up with chicks, starting with giving them advice on how to find a job. Now, where I need to know the line when chicks will use me and are really interested for who. Well, they're going to use you regardless. That's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. They're going to use you regardless. I've learned that about the ladies. Just think of it as it's a business transaction. You're going to use them right back. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. You got to make sure that what you're putting in is worthy of what you're getting back. Nathan says, I think you made the right choice. Money doesn't buy happiness. Money helps out a lot. You're correct that money doesn't buy happiness. So I'm happier now than I've been in many years. Maybe ever, I suppose, right? Got a lot of good stuff to be happy about. So I'm happier now. But money makes things, here's the thing. Money makes things considerably easier. Considerably easier. And you have the ability, when you are happy, to make a lot more fun when you have more money. Because fun shit, outside of the everyday relationships you have, costs money. Bolshoi Kush, Pearl Jam, Just Breathe. Or Total Wet Sprocket, Walk on the Ocean. Although I'm a Pearl Jam fan, I wasn't a fan of that. Flesh becomes water. Bryan Adams, Back in the Summer of '69. Or Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. Damn. Can I go against the boss? Damn, can I go against the boss? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we got to go Dancing in the Dark. That's probably Bryan Adams' best song, right? Do you guys agree? Summer '69, Bryan Adams' best song. But I can't go against the boss on that one. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Oh, almost fell off my treadmill. Don't do that dance. Favorite sushi meal? You know, I'm not a crazy sushi guy. Like, I remember when sushi became cool and all the bodybuilders were like, sushi for a cheat meal, sushi for a cheat meal. And I'm like, I eat fish and rice at every fucking meal. I'm not going to sushi for a cheat meal. I'm gonna have a burger. But I enjoy some sushi from time to time. I haven't had sushi in a while because pregnant chicks can't have sushi. But I like salmon rolls. I like shit that has cream cheese in it. I'm not gonna lie. I usually don't go too crazy with, like, if I go to a place and they have a specialty roll that's like the house specialty roll, I'll try that. I went to this one place, I swear to God, they brought me this specialty roll. It had so much shit piled on top of it. It had like a bag of crumpled up potato chips crushed on top of it. So once you start getting into that kind of shit, it's like, whatever. When did I stop watching wrestling? Probably early 2000s. Probably early college years. I've gotten way out of wrestling. I got into it a little bit because of my ex-wife. You know, I was really into the women's side of it. And I've gotten, honestly, more and more out of the NFL also. Every year I try with the Jets, and I don't make it too far before I get more disgusted watching it than anything else. Got that Blockbuster card. That's what I'm talking about, Jennifer. That would be funny. I like that idea. Boys to Men, Water Runs Dry, good one. Or All for One, So Much in Love. Ooh, good one too. All for One was a good little group for sure. But man, Boys to Men, We don't even talk anymore. And we don't even know what we argue about. Don't even say I love you no more. 'Cause saying how we feel is no longer allowed. Some people will work things out, and some just don't know how to change. Let's don't wait till the water runs dry. You get where I'm going with it. You get where I'm going with it. You can't go off of Boys to Men. Boys to Men, man, that's baby making music. Woo! Tanya Miller, well said. Money absolutely allows access to happiness. Well said. That's the way to do it. Like, I think about it, like me and Marissa, we love to do shit together. We have fun doing everything together, so we're happy. But boy, I'll tell you, it'd be fun as hell to go to like one of these fancy island places and be pampered on the beach and whatnot. You got to get that money out though for that, you know. Give me your money if you're not happy with my money, Gene Simmons. Go against boss. He supported Kamala. Ugh, of course he did. PJ, my other business idea is an herbal tea organic cafe with no use of iPhones there. Goes in a lockbox so everyone can relax and decompress. Man, imagine that. Getting people to put their phones in a lockbox. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. Courtney Cox, yes, with the short hair back in the day on stage with the boss. Hilarious. Katy Perry, Hot and Cold, or Lady Gaga, Judas? Definitely. Listen, I'm a huge Gaga fan. Katy Perry may be hotter. Judas, 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 Judas. Oh, I forgot about heaven. Damn, I forgot about heaven. Shit. I take that back, New World Muscle. I take that back, what I said about summer of 69. Back in the summer of 69. That one just sticks with you. But if you expand a little bit and think a little harder with it. 38 minutes. Jamie Gertz, star in Lost Boys. You crush on her? Yes, very cute. Super, super cute. Michael Jackson, who is it? Or Will Smith, Wild Wild West. I'm going Michael Jackson. I actually watched, last night I watched the 1993 Super Bowl halftime show with Michael Jackson. And man, that shit was crazy. I remember it actually. I remember that Super Bowl. I remember, my memory goes back that far. So I was about 12 years old. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about a performance that went hard? Michael Jackson came out of the fucking, excuse my language, sky. Blasted out of the sky. People went crazy. Everyone went crazy. White, black, yellow, green, purple. Everyone went crazy. He just stood there. Everyone went crazy. And then he just started, gliding around all over the place. Energy, pyrotechnics, great songs. And now we got Kendrick Lamar. And all the Kendrick Lamar fans were like, oh, you didn't understand the message. All the white people didn't understand the message. All the white people didn't understand the message. I was like, what does it matter if you're white or black? Why is there a message that I have to understand at a halftime show? I just want to hear good songs, see some good action. Honestly, my favorite part of the halftime show was the background dancers. I thoroughly enjoy watching dance. And there were some very, very good background dancers. But that's like the thing that I've seen the past few days. Of course, it's turned racial again because everything has to be racist now. The white people didn't understand it. And the funny thing is, most of the people that are saying the white people didn't understand it are white people, which is incredible. Cookie Cutter Creep says Kendrick Lamar probably had a 2.0 GPA in high school and is supposed to pretend he's a brilliant mind. Irony. We should call this Karaoke Cardio. That's very funny. Should I change the name to Karaoke Cardio? But then you guys won't ask me questions anymore. I'll just be singing the whole time. Nathan High says Judas is straight blasphemy, but the song goes hard. Listen, the song goes hard. You know you make that louder if it comes on the radio. Leona Lewis, Keep Bleeding, good one. Or Mariah, We Belong Together. Woof. Keep bleeding, I can't keep bleeding. Listen, one of my first big crushes, we talk about first crushes all the time, was Mariah Carey. I remember Mariah Carey, people my age or older will distinctly remember this. Young Mariah coming down, walking at you. Make it happen, the Make It Happen video. Oh my Lord, I had a crush on Mariah Carey. So now I'm presented with this one, good song, Leona Lewis, but oh baby, baby, we belong together. I'm going Mariah for sure. Stevie Wonder, Higher Ground, great song. Or Lenny Kravitz, My Mama Said. We're gonna keep on trying till I reach the higher ground. I'm going Stevie Wonder. Shout out to Stevie. Jason Genova at a halftime would be epic. Transformix did a hilarious edit yesterday with Jason Genova. I was laughing very hard. Jesus Jones, right here, right now, or Squeeze, Tempted by the Fruit of Another. Right here, right now. There is no other place I'd rather be. Or Tempted by the Fruit of Another. Jesus Jones. Uriah Reep, Lady in Black. I'm trying to think of that song. Or Bad Company, Shooting Star. So right now I'm going with Bad Company because I'm more familiar with Bad Company. Lady in Black. What is Lady in Black? I know Lady in Red. Lady in Red. Oh, Jennifer 1992, very, very strong point there for the marketing success of the organic tea shop. This is a strong point. If the phones are in the lockbox, how can anybody post and create that organic, which is very important marketing content, if they can't take the pictures of it? Were they actually there? Do you have somebody in the shop on payroll that goes around with one of those devices that takes all the selfies and whatnot? We had one of those at my wedding, and it was a very clever idea. The lady came around with the thing and had the ring light on it, and it gave you a little countdown, 3, 2, 1, and it snapped a bunch of selfies, and then they email or text it to you. Perhaps you have that in the organic tea spot, which I think would be a very good job. Nathan High says Papa John's is underrated. I suppose it's what are we comparing it to? If we're comparing it to Domino's, Little Caesars, Pizza Hut, I put it higher. But if we compare it to the actual true pizza, no. I'll tell you what though, I'm gonna eat Papa John's way before Little Caesars. Terrible. Little Caesars, terrible. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh yes, that's a good one. That's a good one, Keith. Very good one. As far as chain pizza goes, I think I'll go, if we're talking about the big four, I'm going Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, Little Caesars. Little Caesars, no. Pizza Hut has done a wide variety of ancillary stuff that I've really enjoyed over the years. When Pizza Hut first came out with the stuffed crust pizza, listen, they changed the whole game. They changed the whole game. You put them in a Jimi Hendrix category for that. Eat the pizza backwards? What? Eat the pizza backwards? I don't even eat the crust, but I'll eat that shit backwards. That being said, there's a little known place that I think many people would not have any idea about when you talk to the chain pizzas that has fire pizza. But you have to have a little kid in your life to know about it. You gotta have a little kid in your life to know about it. I wanna see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. The pizza is fire. Do not try to argue me about it. Don't try to argue me about it. If you got a little kid in your life, you know, yes, Brandon Rogers, Chuck E. Cheese has awesome pizza. Every time I've been there, I've been astounded by how good the pizza is. I'm always like, sure, I'll have a piece. And I wind up eating many. I don't want to take it from the kids. What else here? All Saints, Booty Call, or En Vogue, Free Your Mind. Oh man, I will tell you, Bolshoi, I used to love En Vogue. Back in the day, one of the girls had really juicy boobs. I loved her. Those girls were spank your monkey material when you were a little boy. Let's see. Pizza Hut was legit in the 80s with the red cups and dine only. Man, we had this place in Connecticut called Speedy Pizza. Terrible. Worse than all the chains. I don't know if Speedy Pizza is still in business anymore. I mean, Nathan, if you're a pizza snob, you shouldn't be eating any of this bullshit anyway. Think about that for a second. The only reason that I was forced to even have both Pizza Hut and Little Caesars is because they served it to us cold at the halfway house on pizza night. And I distinctly remember how bad the Little Caesars was. Absolutely horrible. And then the Pizza Hut one being not so bad. Not so bad. But I probably haven't had, outside of that experience, I probably haven't had Domino's pizza in, I think a safe bet, more than 10 years. More than 10 years. No, do not ever order meat toppings at low quality pizza places. That's like prison logs. They give you those logs in prison. All pizzas welcome. I like that. All pizzas welcome is a very smart statement. I was in prison with a guy, and that was his whole deal. His favorite food was pizza. He loves all pizza, all categories of pizza. Everywhere he's gone in the world, he's wanted to try their pizza. He loved pizza so much, he had a tattoo of a slice of pizza. I thought that was the funniest and fucking, excuse my language, gayest tattoo I've ever seen. He had a tattoo of a slice of pizza on his leg. Shout out to my man if he ever sees this. I love him though. I'm not gonna throw his name out there. Had a tattoo of a slice of his pizza on. I said, is that a slice of pizza on your leg? He said, yes it is, with a big smile. I said, why? He says, because I never met a pizza I didn't love. Pizza always makes you happy. Pizza always makes you feel good. It's my favorite food. Incredible. Was he Donatello? I like that Ninja Turtles reference. All right, we're slowing it down. We're slowing it down. I got to feed the dogs. I didn't even feed the dogs. They're eating late today. They're eating brunch. I was running behind schedule. I said, y'all could wait. Y'all could wait. Y'all could wait. No gel in the hair. Look at a little bit of grays coming out in the front. I just tell people it's blonde. Woo! Good one today, guys. Yes, Natty Hair Day, for show. For show. So, let's see. Genova. Then I'm doing back with Chris Luke. Sipping on my EAAs, by the way. This rocket pop got me going crazy. I've been rocket popping all day. Gonna fly through it. And that's it. And that is it. Really, really hoping this works out with my wife chugging water and keeping this amniotic fluid high. But we're kind of now crunching a lot of the last minute baby stuff just in case. Gonna be prepared for him to come a little early. Am I mentally ready for Genova? You know, you can never really be mentally ready for Genova. The key with Genova is you gotta sandwich him between things. So you don't ever do a Genova meeting without anything planned afterwards because it'll run on way too long. But if you sandwich him in between something important, like I'm sandwiching him in between Chris Luke training, then he knows, all right, man, I gotta go do this stuff. You gotta get out of here, bro. You gotta get out of here. And that's that. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna shut it down. 52 minutes and 28 seconds. Pretty good one today. I think I gotta poop again. Good stuff. Good songs today. We sang quite a bit in this one today. That was fun. Karaoke Cardio, that's hilarious. And that's it. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. All right, we always want to round that number out there. 53 minutes. And that's it. You all have a fantastic Wednesday hump day. And enjoy yourselves. God bless you all. I love you all. Peace out. Bye, guys.